Good morning, folks. Today is, let's see, get you all set up here. Stupid watch. I ain't trying to do exercise right now. Alright, it is Saturday, August 30th, 2025. And I'm feeling a lot better since the walking video I had the other day. First of all, it's Labor Day weekend. Didn't put out a video yesterday because it's Labor Day weekend. Family, friends, and stuff like that come around on Labor Day weekend. So I might be a little slacker on the videos over the next couple of days. I don't know yet. This morning I'm having me some coffee. Just got done eating some oatmeal and a protein source. So the other day when I was doing that walking talk video, I just want to get this out of the air clear because some of you had asked me, did Cole Robinson direct me in that direction to eat like that? No, he didn't. I took that upon myself to do. I done that on my own. I knew better. And I knew there could be potential consequences in that. And a lot of you give me good recommendations, too, on some things I needed to do to kind of control gut discomfort. But the main thing that I can do is just to, because he contacted me shortly after that and told me, he said that, this isn't for everyone, that he coaches. And he said that multiple times in the past, that he coaches multiple people at once. And I knew that. I got a lot of common sense. I'm a grown adult. The actions that I took to do that were only taken by my own accountability. I'm responsible for that. And even though I took on what you see on camera, still wasn't even touching what he's doing as far as the eating protocols go. That was just video makes it look real good, right? Those potatoes and stuff I ate that day, yeah, that's on me. It's on me. It's a lesson learned. His advice to me is just to eat the low-fat diet in the same similar fashion, but to just do a normal eating. So yeah, that's the advice he gave me. And everybody's coaching, he coaches different. We're all on different levels too, right? Like the walking and stuff that I do, I've got the ability to pull that off. Some people may not have that yet. He coaches them in a different way. As you can see, I got the calf muscles built for that activity. I am a walking machine, and the reason I am is because for years and years and years I worked warehousing, and I was a floor lead. And I used to have to walk, 5 warehouses, all the length of football fields. I used to have to walk, and they give me the floor lead job, but really what they give me was the responsibility of making sure the freight was right before it went out the door. I was that guy that, had to get there and stuff right. You couldn't send the wrong product to the wrong place, right? So I was in charge of those shipments going out the door. And I had to walk, because there wasn't always a lift available because operators were using them. If there was ever any available, I'd use those to drive from warehouse to warehouse, but a lot of times they weren't available to me, so I'd do a lot of extreme walking on them concrete floors on the daily, every day. I developed that muscle, and it never went away. Also, when I worked that job, because I haven't done that job since 2008, things have changed since then. I kept the weight off because of all the walking I did. So I knew for a fact that walking was a big benefactor in maintaining and keeping my weight off. And this was, in my late 30s, early 40s. So, knowing that, I decided to take on walking again this year. Back in 22, when I lost the weight, I know Chris does the coffee talk, so I'm going to call mine the coffee conversation. Welcome to Latchkey's coffee conversation. So I drank a lot of coffee back then as well to get woke up in the morning. Not much, maybe about a cup a day in the morning. That's about what I do now. But walking in floors kept me in shape. They kept me in shape, you know. And occasionally we had to do some heavy lifting. I worked in Monsanto, and what this Monsanto factory done is they specialized in nylon. They made nylon yarn. They made nylon flake pellets that they still make to this day that go out, you know, in little plastic thingies that get melted down and made into all kind of different things throughout the parts of the world. I worked there for a long time, and the job kept me in pretty good shape because of the physical involvement that I had to do as far as lifting freight, walking. Gosh, the walking. I probably done more walking then than I'm even doing now, to be honest with you. It was they expected superhuman activity out of us back then. So I have a lot of muscle memory built up from that, you know, and a lot of people, you know, that Cole's coaching they don't have that. They don't have that. They're trying to develop that at an early stage of their weight loss. And they're not going to be and just because I can pull it off doesn't mean that everybody that he's coaching can. Yeah, I know I've got a big stomach. Big food gut is what that was. And it's going away. It's going away. I'm proud of the results that I have achieved this year. Walking's been a big part of that. You know, it's going to remain a big part of that. Just so you know, I'm not stopping that in no shape, way, or form. I'm built for it. I'm built for it because it's something that I've done on the regular at a time in my life that now that I need it in my life again, it's there for me to pick back up on. And probably something I should have never let go of in the first place. I'm not going to lie to you. When I've got this high school principal that walks the historic town. He was my high school principal. And he looks no different today than he did back then. And he walks the entire town every single day. Mr. Stewart is his name. If I ever get a chance to run into him while I'm out on my travels into town one day, I'm gonna stop and talk to him. He has been walking that town for years. I mean, he walks the entire town, miles and miles and miles, every day. And he is, God, I'm not exactly sure of his age. He's got to be in his 70s, at least in his 70s. But he looks great. I mean, he's physically. He's got that Durian Rider thinness about him, and I think mainly it's because of the walking. He engages in that walking, that outdoor activity every single day. He is my inspiration for getting back into walking the way I do. Yeah, I heard Chris, the Fabulous Body or whatever, the other day talking about there's a difference between walking and taking steps. He's exactly right. I mean, just making sure steps on the watch, they don't get you muscle like that on your legs. You know, they don't get you that. See that? That. If the rest of me was in shape as that is, I'm trying to get there. But if the rest of me was in shape, if the abs were as in shape as those were, which I'm working on that too, a little bit. Yeah, if the rest of me was as muscular as what I've got in my legs, I'd be set. I'd be set. I won't have to worry about food or weight because muscle burns more calories just because it's muscle. Look up the definition of muscle, Google it, and it'll tell you exactly that. So yeah, muscle's very important for energy expenditure, because muscle by itself, just being there, can expend energy. Now you got to maintain that muscle. You got to keep up and maintain that muscle. Just cause you got it don't mean you can't. You can relax on it. But just by having it, it increases in energy expenditure. I was watching some of that Biggest Loser documentary that Mark Smelly Bell was telling us to take a look at. I watched those 3 episodes of it yesterday. I can remember some of that, and then looking back at those contestants and what they were doing. Yeah, they couldn't have put in that kind of effort. They couldn't have put in the kind of effort in walking and stuff the way I do, as much as I do. Because I seen the one lady. I wouldn't have got picked for that show. I'm gonna tell you right now, because that walking episode, even at my heaviest, I'd have walked that mile. I'd outwalked all of them on that mile. That's just a simple fact, just because of the muscle memory I had and the leg muscles that I had. I'm gonna tell you a story about, and I've told this story before on the channel about. God, I'm trying to think of the year. It might have been around, sometime between 2009 and 2012. One of those years in there. Probably more about 2012. We had ate at Burger King, and I got 2 of those fish sandwiches at Burger King because they were on sale. They're having a sale. They were super cheap then. They fried fish sandwiches with the tartar sauce and the everything and the cheese. I think they come with cheese on them too. But I ate 2 of them. 2 of them bad boys that day, and I got home, and my dad had some heart issues in the past. Sorry about that. Like I was saying, I ate those Burger King fish sandwiches, and what I thought I was going to have was a heart attack, and my father had some nitroglycerin pills, and they gave me one, told me to stick it under my tongue, let it dissolve, just in case. So I done that, and I had already taken aspirin because I scared. That's what was going on. So I went to the hospital, and they hooked me up to the EKGs and stuff, and then they decided, they was going to give me a stress test. So I went back for a stress test ride to walk that treadmill. And any of you out there that's ever had that stress test done knows that treadmill thing that they subject you to is no joke. No joke. God, I had to walk for, I don't know how long it was. It felt like an eternity. But I had to walk on the normal treadmill just to get my heart rate up. and they steady increased the speed, and I handled all of it like a champion. Then they increased the incline, and I handled all of it like a champion. I walked the entire distance of that treadmill, and they said that that I performed very well on that, and better than most, is what they said. Didn't complain. I walked it. I didn't struggle. I bought me a pair of Nike shoes just so I could go walk the treadmill on that. I got them in my closet still. Someday I'll break those out and show them to you. They're Nikes, but they look more like that Converse style of high top shoe. I bought them just to go walk that treadmill for some reason. I thought I had to have them, so I did that. And they run that ink through my veins and stuff, and everything come back completely normal. So what they decided was I had some gallbladder issues at the time, Told me to cut down on the greasy foods and stuff like that, and I didn't listen. I did, but I didn't eat like 2 fish sandwiches in a row after that. I just had one and some French fries. Toned it down a little bit. But anyway, that's my story of how I can perform on the treadmill in the first place. That's why I ran out and got one, because I knew I could master that treadmill. I could even do some steady, light running on that thing now already. So I'm good. I'm just going to continue to get better, physically. I'm going to keep improving. The more I do, the more I'm going to improve. And I know what I can and can't do by, experimenting a little bit. So yeah, that was a learning experience. Just a fluke. Something I decided to do on my own. Something I probably knew better than I should be doing in the first place. And I'm just going to pick up and continue like I said, my normal, regular eating routine. Because I got this. 100%. I got this. I got everything I need to pull it off and get the weight loss accomplished. I'm not worried about it in the slightest. But anyway, if you see me doing some things, I'm built for it. It's just things that I'm built for already. Build yourself up slowly to even something as simple as walking, because not everybody's going to respond the same way, and even an activity that seems as simple as that. Hey, I'm just built for it. I'm just built for it. Just like Cole is built for the more physical things, So I shouldn't be trying, to go all out and doing those crazy things. Just like I guess some people out there maybe should not be looking at me and saying, "Oh well, Latchkey's doing this stuff. That's what I need to do." And I'm not saying it's not what you need to do. I'm just saying work up to it slowly. Don't try to go all out and hurt yourself over anything that I'm doing. Alright then, that's all I got to say for this morning's coffee conversation. Do you like the coffee conversation? Let me know down in the comments. I will continue to do a little more coffee conversation as the days go along. And that's all I got for this video. Someone tell the next one, you folks have a good one.